Maybe you're the type that gets super nervous when talking to Japanese people, and although you're trying your best to be kind when approaching them, they still ignore you. Well, what if I told you that there's a way out of this? Meaning, when approaching people with these 3 secrets that I'm going to tell you today, they're going to open up and you're going to actually be able to start a conversation without being ignored. So here are 3 ways to start a conversation in Japanese without being ignored. Let's get started. Before we start, my name is Sean Nairn and I'm an interpreter here in Japan. And because I was born and raised in Japan, on YouTube I teach people like you how to go from nervous to natural in Japanese. So let's talk about the reason why Japanese people may be ignoring you right now. The one most crucial thing that I don't want you to forget is Japan is an island. All right, so the fact that Japan's an island plays a huge role in like why people may be avoiding you right now. Now, what do I mean by that? So let's try to compare Japan and other countries for a second, because it makes it easier to understand in concept. All right. So let's just say that you're German and you meet a French person here. All right. So because you have been blowing each other up for centuries, even before like Jesus was born, okay, it's easier for you guys to say, if you're German or French, it's easier for you to say, oh, we kind of look the same, but we speak a different language. Not new to us. That's normal. All right. If like another comparison is like if you're American, you might be like, oh yeah, like since day one, there are white people, there are black people, there are Chinese people, and it's kind of a mix for you guys, right? Japan only opened up like what 150 years ago, kind of like a little more than a century ago, when Americans first came in. Okay. So that's the reality of Japan. So a person in Tokyo might be like, yeah, I know a lot of foreigners. Like I have a lot of Gaijin friends. But if you go to the countryside, like in my town, I was like the only half American, half Japanese kid in my town. Okay, I'm dead serious. Go to the countryside and you're going to see people who've never seen a foreigner before. So that's kind of the reality here. Okay, so and on top of that, if the language is completely different, right? So for example, a British person or an American person and Germans or French people kind of share the same kind of language, right? You guys might say that it's completely different, but for us, European languages are very similar. Okay, there's a relation. It's very related, right? On top of this difference in Japan, we only opened up like a century ago, and on top of that, the language is very different. So we hear English, and our immediate response is like, "Holy shit! I'm not gonna understand a word this dude's saying." Okay, so they're not trying to be rude. I see this as a local. I was born and raised here. Okay, they're not trying to be rude. They're just scared. They're just scared. This is why they might be ignoring you. So now we have a clear reason. Now, how do we make this into a solution, right? We just switch it up a little bit. We can make them not scared by doing 3 things. Here are the magical 3 secret things that I want to talk about today. The first one being you got to be a little more careful, okay? You can make them not scared by being a little more careful. What do I mean by this, okay? It means being a little slower. A little slower. Okay. Remember, you're not a local. You came from a different country. You're not Japanese. Remember this. Okay. So while in your country you can go to your friend's place, for example, right, and be like, hey, how's it going? I'll see you in 5 minutes. Bye. And you go to a friend's place, open a bag of potato chips, and just start eating. What if it's like your girlfriend's place? You know. How about when your father-in-law's there, like future father-in-law's there? You're not gonna do that. Right? You don't want to feel completely comfortable if it's your girlfriend's place, right? Same thing. This is not your country, at least like you're not from this country, right? So you came from a different place, so you want to be a little slower. Calm down for a second, all right? Don't treat it as your home. Treat it as like, just do everything slower, all right? That might look like this. Like instead of saying your name and putting your hand out for a handshake, that might be like bowing instead of shaking your hand and saying, oh, I'm whoever from wherever, okay? And it's nice to meet you. I live around here, so I hope to see you soon. And ending the conversation there. You don't want to like talk too much. I mean, Japanese people, like two local people, might be okay to do that, to like talk for 10, 15 minutes, but they're still scared of you. So in your case, you want to end the conversation there and meet this person more frequently, and then kind of like prolong the conversation later. Okay, not now, not at the first time. right? So that's kind of one example, right? Or second thing you want to do is confirming. You want to confirm more often. What does that mean? Repeating what they say, all right? So Japanese people fundamentally think that foreigners in general, and Japanese people, of course, we have a language barrier. That's a fact, right? Even if your Japanese is like you think it's perfect, the nuance is very different sometimes, right? A lot of times, actually. So if they think that there's a language barrier, you want to repeat what they're saying. For example, so let's just say that you're meeting this new friend at 7 p.m. on a Friday night. You're having pizza or taco night or whatever you want, right? Instead of saying, okay, let's meet at 7, bye, why not repeating what they said? So you could be like, 7時ですね。7時ですね。7時に行きます。何を持って行きます。I'll be there at 7. I'll bring whatever. I'll bring a few friends. Confirm it. All right? Don't just say goodbye. Confirm it. This way, they're going to feel like, oh, this person actually cares about me. Maybe there's not a language barrier after all. There you go. Boom. Bingo. That's how you do it. Again, I'll repeat. It's not that they're trying to be rude or it's not that you suck. It's just you got to eliminate the scary factor, okay? You want to make them less scared so that you can actually feel like they can actually have a conversation, right? So this works very well. And our last method that works very well with my students as well is following up. Okay, and people sleep on this a little too much. I want to emphasize this part a little bit because it's so important, and but like no one really does it, right? Follow up. Okay, it's not your job. I know it's your friend, but please follow. Remember, it's not your country. You live here, but you're not originally from here. So do as I say. Just follow up. All right. Treat it like like you got to be a little more careful in general. Okay. So what do I mean by following up? The other person is scared of you right now. Like they don't say they're scared, but they're literally scared because of the language barrier, and they probably never seen a gaijin before. Okay, well, I'm joking. They probably have, but you know what I mean, right? So if they're scared, why not making them feel like, oh, for instance, this guy actually remembers my sister's name, right? So like, oh, he or she actually remembers what I said before. Now, oh, maybe we have a connection after all. Maybe we don't have such a huge difference after all. This is how we play it. I mean, with the sister example, don't be like a freak or anything, right? I'm joking. But anyways, if you make them think that you actually care, and we can actually do this by following up, we can say, oh, about Friday night, 7 o'clock, right? Like, am I right or wrong? Was it 6:30 or 7? Follow up like this. Confirm. Be a little more careful. And guess what? In about a week or two, that person's going to actually trust you, and he or she's going to put you in their circle of trust. Okay, this is how you want to play it. And also, if you think that this video is helping you, you might also enjoy my free workshop that I do, and it's called Nervous to Natural. I teach you what exactly you need to say when approaching people, right? So if you think that learning this one-on-one with me for 1 hour for free is going to help you, go sign up in the link below. So those are my 3 secrets when approaching people. It's being more careful, meaning be a little slower, right? Also confirming, repeating what they say, and also following up, okay? They're scared, so please follow up. As long as you do these 3 things, you'll grow faster. The relationships are gonna improve a lot faster. So anyways, guys, I hope this made sense. If this video helped you, please like it, and I'll talk to you in our next one. That was Sean reporting from the Nagoya region. I'll talk to you in our next one. Bye-bye.